All right, I'm gonna show you my van. This is Beluga. I think the most notable piece on the outside here is where you can see there was a decal with 3 crosses and 2 boxing gloves. This van used to belong to a church youth group, and it would cart around children all around like Colorado, Arizona, Utah, and New Mexico for their boxing tournaments. What I chose to go with for my van build is a 2005 Ford Econoline. Chose it because it's stealthy, and I made sure it was a passenger van, so I knew that it wasn't used for work and wasn't beat up. But I like that it's a little bit more stealthy. I mean, not so much with the stuff on the roof, but yeah, I like feeling a little more undercover. All right, so come on in. Right here, I've got my water filter, which ended up in a pretty nice spot. I can just like walk up to the van and fill up my water. And then, yeah, I got pretty much everything I need right here for living. Got my compost toilet and my vacuum down here. This is where I keep my trash, and then that can go away nicely. And then over here I've got my tea wall, which I'm super happy I was able to find a spot for. My hoops fit like really nicely behind this piece of furniture. It's kind of cool how I just built this out in a way that made sense, and then at the end I was able to find like all these little nooks and crannies to fit weirdly shaped things like my hoops. And then what else do we have? This is my pantry. So I've got, you know, this is where I have spices. This is like random things like dried quinoa and beans. I've got my main kitchen tools up here, utensils, like pens and writing utensils. And then, yeah, down here is more pantry foods. And then here's my fridge. Pretty great. I have a little freezer. Right, and then we got my sink. This is a nice little drying rack for drying my dishes. And then that can go away, and then it converts into like a little desk, which is super nice. So this is a good spot to work. Nice space saver. This is a rice cooker, which is really great because I use it to make oatmeal, quinoa, lentils, all sorts of things, and it's super tiny. It doesn't take up a lot of power, which is really nice. And also a little milk frother. So I've been able to fit a good amount of appliances in here. Under there I also have a blender, and it's like a blender slash juicer, which is, yeah, it's been pretty cool. I've been able to still have all the basic kitchen appliances I want. And so on my roof I have solar panels, and the wires are coming in here and going down here, which is all hidden to this little electrical paneling area. And then there's 2 big batteries underneath my bed that are storing all of my power, and that goes to a power inverter, which is right here, that gives me like standard outlets. And so I have all these little outlets right here, which is quite convenient. And then under here we have, you know, headbands, hats, underwear, and all that stuff. And then I've got my big water tank. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, I have a big water tank right there. It's about 43 gallons, which is a lot. It's huge. It takes up like a third of the storage under the bed. But I love having that because whenever I want to, if I want to go off the grid for 2 or 3 weeks, I can just fill that up and get enough food, and then I'm set, and I can just go post up in nature, which is really cool. And then under my sink, nothing too exciting to see under there. I just have like toiletries and cleaning supplies. And then I'm not going to show you because I'd have to move my bed, but this entire platform is on hydraulic lifts. And if I sit over there, this whole thing lifts up, and then I can access all of the storage under my bed, which is pretty great. So yeah, I have a lot of storage under there. And then this is my bed, which is really nice. It rolls up. It's like a mat filled with buckwheat groats. And it rolls up, and then I put this blanket on top, and it kind of converts into a day bed couch situation and gives me all of this floor space, which is really nice to have in a van. So yeah, I'm able to kind of just sit here, or I can actually roll out a yoga mat here and do yoga. I obviously can't stand, but I can do downward dog and anything lower, which is pretty great. What else? I have my speakers here, which I'm glad I was able to power in here. I love these speakers. And then I've got my bookshelf back here. I have a fan here, so let's see. I can turn this on, and it can either blow air in or suck it out, which is pretty nice. It can like really refresh the air in here. So my shower actually is also this. The sink doubles as a shower. So what I do is I have this little suction cup shower head holder, and I put it on here. This goes like that, and then I can put a curtain in between here if I, want some privacy. And then it comes out like, it might be out of water. And then I also just remembered I have a roof deck. So you can come hang out up here. It's just like 2 wood panels, but it's really nice for laying up and looking at the stars at night and not being on the cold ground and stuff like that. And just getting a better view of where you are. So yeah, I think that is everything. Thanks for watching.